It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Huskies' versatile running back. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Huskies and the Pioneers on Monday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, a bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the players down on the field.
Absolutely, and these nights are kind of tricky, Mike, right? It's how much do you want to spend preparing for it, thinking about it, and really letting it almost become like a mental factor leading into the game? But you also have to be prepared. What are you going to wear? How are you going to keep yourself not only warm,
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by their rookie quarterback. Greg Perdue has given us a lot of good passers. Here's another former Boilermaker.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs, time for 4th down.
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. But give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
The Huskies ready to punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Pioneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Motion man, set right. Back to throw here to begin the drop. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, he'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Bell is the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Pioneers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Huskies offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much happening there, just a short game. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38, move those chains. 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Back to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league. And it was
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point is up and through. And the Huskies will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Pioneers offense ready to get back to work. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll send him over to the left. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
8 yards on the loss brings up 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up. They'll try to set up the screen here.
Complete to number 36. A gain of 6 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. His kick is perfect. And the Pioneers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Huskies offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now give on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a designed run. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Pioneers. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the Pioneers will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the air one more time. They'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Pioneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Walker brought in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is intercepted. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them, big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now a run on 1st down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
He'll look to throw. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. The ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. That's caught by Walker. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Pioneers. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Huskies offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. Fourth down coming up. On comes the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. This one complete right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. A short game there to about the 22. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports halftime report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score
Pretty interesting
wins.
first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The third quarter begins with a run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Catch made. That's Pittman. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll look to throw again. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Huskies. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point is good. And the Huskies cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion comes Walker. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got room to roam. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pioneers. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Pioneers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Back to the air once more on second down. He's going to tuck it and go. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll send their tight end left. His drive will start on the ground. To the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try to run. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. What a mistake, Greg. That's the worst place on the field for that to happen. The fumble back in your own danger zone turns it into a disaster zone as the defense gets 6 points.
Yeah, and anytime you attempt to pass out of your own end zone, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but what a great time to bring pressure. If you're the defense there, you know you have them backed up, you know their quarterback's looking to make a play to get out of there, and you dial up pressure at the perfect time, not only to force the fumble, Mike, but you're able to recover it in the end zone for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. And that will be a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Back to the air one more time. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st down, Husky.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point, up and good. And the Huskies are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Pioneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Man in motion, heading left. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Third and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Catch made there, left side by Walker. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw yet again. He finds Bell. That's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to have the first down, but they do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Huskies are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Huskies offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give up the middle. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score. And they got to score fast.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now.
That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Pioneers offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd down and 8. And on the ground, they go with their running back. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Pioneers sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the outside, hauled in by Pittman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.